back-to-back episodes of Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, tonight at 9 on A&E.
Welcome back to Private Sessions. At 17, Kevin Bacon left home in Philadelphia to pursue acting in New York. He was one of the youngest students ever, in fact, admitted to the Circle in the Square Theater School. And soon after, he had recurring roles on daytime soaps, and by the age of 20, made his film debut in National Lampoon's Animal House. So what was the most memorable part of doing that movie for you?
It was amazing to make that movie and, you know, to have experienced it and to, you know, be part of something that became so iconic was really kind of an honor.
Absolutely. Were you an ROTC guy in that movie?
Yeah, I was the guy,
so.
and I was getting smacked on the ass saying, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?"
Yeah, no, I remember that part. I just thought it was interesting, yeah, they kept doing retakes.
Yeah, take after take after take.
No, but I remember there was something about that, you know, you thought this was going to be the big break for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I went back to the, you know, I was a waiter when I got Animal House, and I quit my job. I was like, "See you, fellas. I'm off to be a star." And, you know, I spent the money from Animal House in about 2 weeks.
Really?
And I was like knocking on the, you know, my boss's door again, saying, "Can I have my job back, Mr. Boss Man?" And he gave me my shift back. So when the movie came out, actually, I had to work that night. I had asked for the night off to go to the premiere.
So you can go see yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Were you a good waiter?
Not really. But, you know, once I got to that point where I said, I think I can actually make a living as an actor, that was like a big kind of turning point for me.
Now, was Diner, I know that was a real critically acclaimed role for you, and would you say that that was really what opened the doors for Footloose that came in '84?
Interestingly enough, Footloose was a little bit tough to get after Diner, because the part that I did in Diner was, I think, a lot like the part in Animal House, in that it was a character part. Mm-hmm. And those were the kind of parts that I was getting, like offbeat, strange. You know, the guy in Diner was kind of drunk through most of the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters that I was playing off Broadway were also edgy, you know, male hookers or, you know, junkies, you know, just different things like that. And, you know, Footloose, they really wanted a straight up, you know, clean cut leading man kind of thing. And the studio really didn't see me that way. And the offers that I got after Diner were very much kind of like those kinds of, you know, the weird cousin.
Did you have any idea when you were shooting Footloose, or when it came, before it hit the theaters, that it was going to be as special and as big as it was?
No.
Or did it catch you off guard?
Caught me off guard.
It did?
Yeah.
And were you happy about it? I mean, obviously...
I was conflicted about it.
I was going to say, because, you know, for someone who plays so many diverse roles, it might have been difficult for you to break out of that once you got into it. Out of the kind of weird guy on the side to the clean cut. Yeah. Everybody wants them.
Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. No, it was, you know, yeah, it was hard.
Everybody cut, Footloose. Sorry.
It was difficult because you know, I had this idea. You know, when you're younger, you think you know everything there is to know about who you're supposed to be in the business and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, that's what I thought. And what I thought was that I wanted to be a serious actor. You know, I wanted to be, you know, De Niro or Dustin or Meryl or, you know, Kevin Kline. Or these were the people that I were, you know, sort of admired. And now, all of a sudden, I was like a pop star.
Yes.
You know, I was like, you know, I don't know, Bobby Sherman, you know,
you fit the
David
suit.
Cassidy, you know, and it didn't feel like right to me, and it was silly. I should have, in some ways, you know, just embraced it and enjoyed it, and I think it was difficult for me to enjoy it at that point in my life.
Shortly after Footloose, you did a film called Quicksilver. A colleague of yours heard that you were both going to be on the show, and he had a question for you. Take a look.
What's happening, Kevin? Remember me? Paul Rodriguez? Yes, from Quicksilver. The reason why I am only 1 degree separated from you. I was always curious to ask you this. How did that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon come about? All I know is that I've met you, and the many times I've seen you in different functions since, you've been a cool dude, man. You, for one thing, you don't confuse me with George Lopez, and I appreciate that. So how did that get started? I'd be curious. I'm listening.
6 Degrees. Look, you know, some guys in college many years ago now, they were sitting around, and one of my movies was on the television, and they just came up with the concept. And then I started to hear about it.
And you've turned it into something that is so cool. I just want you to talk about it a little for people at home. It's 6degrees.org, which is a charitable
6degrees.org is a place where we have millions of charities that you can give money to or volunteer for. And if it's anything that you ever read about or something happens to your family, we'll steer you in the right direction and make it very, very easy. You know, just point and click, kind of easy to donate.
I think that's fantastic. Coming up, how Kevin Bacon's career changed in just 4 days when Private Sessions returns right after this.
Come in. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice, Donald Sutherland. Nice to meet you, Clint.
Wow.
Very nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan, boy. Just love you so much. Love to work with you someday. Yep, gotta go.